don't even know what Mario Kart Blue Shell is. When you brace Mario Kart, and then if you're in last place, you get rewarded the Blue Shell, and you attack the first place person. And it's a catch-up mechanism. You're not playing Mario Kart?
We live together. You should know this.
What have I got myself into? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Mike.
And I'm Kim.
And you're watching Tabletop Turtle. So today's video is going to be fairly low-key. We're just going to let you know what games we played this month, what ones were new to us, and then hopefully some of them are new to you.
Yeah, and kind of give you a roundup of our favorites of new games that we tried.
Yeah, this month was pretty good. We think we played 25 total. 20 games, but 25 plays. About that.
That's it?
Yeah, which is kind of low. Well, I don't think it's low for us. We did 61 month, and we're very proud of that. But
that's not the typical month.
No, that's definitely not the typical month. There's only so much time in the day, unfortunately. Yeah. Jobs and stuff.
And anime.
Yeah, and anime. There's too much anime to watch. So something's got to get sacrificed. So the game we played the most of this month is obviously Hadrians Wall, because we did a review of that. We played that. Yeah, we played that a lot. So if you want our in-depth review of it, you have to watch the video. But summarized, I loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah, we borrowed it from a friend, actually. So and we played the heck out of it. So I think we'll probably buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used all the sheets. So
all 200 of them.
That's right. We played so much, 200 sheets. And then we played a decent amount of Beyond the Sun. Played a couple plays of Beyond the Sun because we had a buddy come over and he really liked it. He's actually fairly new to gaming, and I think he caught on to Beyond the Sun pretty quickly, which I think says a lot about how intuitive the rules can be.
Yeah. It's also featured in another one of our videos in our top 10 board games of all time video. It's
got a great combination of a tech tree and area control. It's a really well done game.
Yeah.
Really done. Yeah. I think it'll be in our collection for a long time. We also played a decent amount of Star Realms. This is a game that it's not old, but it's been around for a while, and it's one of those ones that I kind of put off wanting to buy or even try because I don't know. There just seem like so many deck builders out there. So why bother? But
one of our good board game couple of friends actually taught this game to us, but unfortunately they moved away, and so we rarely see them now. But thank you for introducing this game to us. It was good. Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah,
a little surprised, but I really liked it.
Good conflict too. Good conflict, but it's like quick and over with. Yeah, it's very snappy. And we also played Aquatica. Aquatica has quickly become my sort of go-to 3-player game. I feel because it's just so quick. It plays in an hour. It doesn't have a lot of interaction, which is unfortunate. But I just really love that mechanic of
the
that
scouting.
Combo. No, not the scouting. Scouting's boring. The combo mechanic with the cards that rise up and they trigger all these other cards. So it's cool.
Like pushing the card up in the slot. Yeah. I really like how it's all like sea themed. It has this really strange, I don't know, I know it's obviously underwater themed, but it has a very mystical feel, and it's very exciting as well. I do really like the mechanism as well, where you push things up and you complete things, and the end game objectives, that's a shared objective. It really, you don't think it's interactive, and it's not interactive, but you really are forced to look at where everyone else is, how far along are they, how many objectives have they completed.
You pay attention to what other people are doing. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
And for a 60-minute game,
for what it's for, I think it's very, very good.
Yeah, it's good.
Right, for under an hour kind of game, you don't expect something to be as satisfying from building up all these engines and things like that, but you still I think you get quite a bit of that. It's really quick because you're just picking cards, but I feel like it's still pretty satisfying for a 60-minute game. Yeah.
We won't all be positive here. There are going to be some stinkers on this list. So get ready for the drama. The board game drama. We get hateful comments. It's like, you don't know games? How could you hate this game?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. When I have my favorite games, when I hear other people bashing them or saying that, actually, I've seen a lot of people sell Facebook Marketplace through the ages, and I feel insulted.
It's like, you fool. You message them and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's the best game.
I mean, it's not my favorite game. It would make my top 5. I do really like that game. It's fun, insulted. Why are you selling this game? It's such a good game. Why do you not want it? You know?
Yeah.
So I understand people getting defensive if we said that we didn't love your favorite game, but that's kind of how it is, right?
It's not as bad as anime fans.
So up next
is Barrage. Barrage is a game I was really excited to buy. It was a little pricey, but I heard a lot of good things, and it's really relatively new, but it shot up the top 100 really fast. People were talking about it.
Yeah.
I wanted to love it, but
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
First impressions matter.
Sure. Yeah, my first impression was bad too, but I think that's primarily because like if you don't know what you're doing, it's punishing.
Yeah.
Really punishing. Yeah. If you fall behind, you're boned. Like as long as if the other player is competent.
Yeah, we played it in 4 players, and Mike and I, the 3 of us, didn't start off on the right foot. Like
we made mistakes. We made errors
because we didn't know what we were doing. So figuring out the game, figuring out the strategy, and you couldn't catch up.
No.
Right? Just one person, no shade, got lucky and did the right thing. He's your best friends, okay. And it's like
if I don't win, it's all luck. Facts.
I feel like there must be ways to kind of catch up and mitigate.
You mean like you want like a blue shell type thing? Mario Kart blue shell?
No. I don't know what that is. But
What do you mean what Mario Kart blue shell is? When you brace Mario Kart, and then if you're in last place, you get rewarded the blue shell, and you attack the first place person, and it's a catch-up mechanism. You're not playing Mario Kart?
We live together. You should know this.
This is what is this? What is this? What have I got myself into?
We play board games.
I guess that's true.
Only one here to blame is you.
I guess that's true.
As I was saying, not quite that, but just other ways to build up an engine to get not necessarily in the lead, but to catch up. Like I feel like if you're punished from your mistake in your first move, what's the point of playing the rest of the game? I sort of resign.
Yeah.
It's like you can see from the first move, you're like, it's checkmate in like 60 moves, might as well quit now.
I think it's one of those games that if you're thinking about it, definitely
try it.
Well, not just try it, but maybe look at somebody's like really light strategy guide somewhere. Like really light. You don't want to too much because you don't want. I don't want to say spoilers, but you kind of want to explore things yourself. But just
come up with your own strategy,
basic stuff like on your first turn, think about this, and this. But yeah, I definitely need to give it a few more tries.
Yeah, I'd say some helpful hints in the beginning. Yeah. We should do videos like that. Kind of give like for the
strategy tips.
Yeah, like not a lot of strategy tips, but just helpful hints to get started in the right direction or how to really like build up your score or engine for those games. But yeah, I'd say I'm very bold in my opinions. First impression, hate it. But I'm still willing to give it a second and third try to kind of see.
Better. It's an expensive game. So next we have Brass Birmingham, a game we've played quite a few times. It's been in our collection for a decent amount of time. We really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I don't know. Now I don't know. You hated Barrage, so now I don't know. I thought you were okay with that game. What do you think about Brass?
I love Brass.
Okay. Yeah, Brass is
not top 10 love Brass, but it's good for what it is. It's definitely very fun for what it is.
Yeah. For like that type of game, there's a surprising amount of interaction, Not as much as I'd like, but a good amount of interaction.
I like how barrels, is it?
Like the beer?
Is it beer? Is it, I don't know, the wine barrels? Is
beer. It's
oil?
Beer. It's beer.
Anyways, the barrels.
Yeah.
I like how you can use other people's and share them, and the actual barrel itself is a barrel, not just a cardboard coin, if that makes sense.
Sure.
But yeah, a lot of the mechanisms in the game, you can use other people's paths and stuff like that.
You can really mess with people if you really want to. That's fun. It's fun. It's fun messing with people. That's why I want to like Barrage, because Barrage, you can mess with people. But we'll see.
I think there's a level of mess with that I enjoy. You have to be able to I think it's a give and take relationship. Like I want to be able to like take something of yours and prevent you from doing something, but also have to, let's say I produce something, I have to give it to you. There's this balance there.
For me, screwage in a game is perfectly fine, provided it's like positive screwage, positive on my end. So it's not, it's not just me beating on you for no reason, but because you're the leader, like a leadership beater up. But more, it's like I'm screwing you, but it's to my benefit. Then I think it's okay, because I hate these games where you play them and somebody starts beating on you.
Just being mean for the sake of being mean.
Yeah, and there's no benefit to them. They're just doing it. It's irritating.
Yeah, the problem with that logic
Brass doesn't have that.
Is you're the person that screws people over just for the fun of screwing people over.
No, it is not for fun. It is for strategic benefit. You've been brassed.
That's an excuse.
I'm going to take all your barrels, all your beer.
Controversial opinion.
Yeah, this one's maybe not. Like, I don't know if it's that popular. But we played Canvas recently at a buddy's house. What a stinker. What a pile of poops.
You're a pile of poops. I love that game. It's so cute.
Like the theme, like the second we started playing, the theme vanished. It vanished.
What?
It has that same mechanism that you see in Mystic Vale where you have those sleeves.
Vale. Yeah, love that mechanism. Good. If you've never seen it before, it's basically like you get it's like a card sleeve and you have a background and every single card is like an acrylic piece, like a piece of plastic, but with some little art on it. And you stack them.
And it layers, basically.
Yeah, and you make this gorgeous piece of art.
The second I started playing and look at the symbols, I didn't even look at the art ever again. There was just no reason to. And then I was like, wait a second, this is just basic run-of-the-mill set collection.
And you call yourself an artsy man.
It was.
His art pieces didn't come up very nice. Mine did. And I saw
mine had a cat or something, and I don't even know I don't even remember. I don't remember because I don't care. It was just, I played it, and it's one of those games where you ask me in a week about it, I won't even remember.
That's because we play really heavy, intense games.
No, I like light games too. I like light games too.
True. But I think this is a wonderful game to introduce people. Like, and then one of those introducing people to board games type of game, right? It's so pretty, so light. You get the idea of set collection. The goals are super obvious or easy in a way because it's kind of like, okay, you want 2 triangles. It gives you 3 victory points. Right? It's very straightforward. And as much as I love heavy strategy, even when we're talking about planning a good board game night or day, you want a mix of heavy and light.
You do.
I think it's a great in-betweener.
Yeah. Take everything she's saying right now with a grain of salt. I saw the publisher come to her house, slipped her some money, and she's just shilling. I saw it happen. I have it on camera. And I'm going to release it. Blackmail you. Game sucks. Don't buy it.
We live in the same house and we share a bank account. So.
Sucks. Don't buy it.
It's a great buy it.
We also played Carnegie this month. Had to introduce it to a new player. It was a little tough to teach, but I think he got it eventually. Carnegie we've had for a little bit now and we really enjoy it. We played a decent amount.
We play Carnegie every month.
We do not play Carnegie every month.
Do.
She's exaggerating. She always does this. Don't believe her lies.
We first played it with a friend.
Yeah.
And then after playing with a friend, we loved it, bought it, and then we played it every month. Yeah.
It's just a really good implementation of the variable phase order. Like it's just like Puerto Rico sort of. It's just done really right. And you can, it's much, not easier, but you can get more insight onto what a person's going to pick if you just pay really close attention to what they're doing. And that's a lot of fun. I like being engaged on other people's turns.
He likes cheating and staring at everyone else's board.
It's not cheating.
Keeping his eyes on his own.
It's not cheating.
He's just peeking over.
Being aware is cheating.
He's that kid in class that when there's a test, he's like, "Oh, I'm being aware of what you answered questions and what you."
There's no rules against looking at other people's stuff. It's encouraged. Carnegie would be proud. He's in heaven right now saying, "You do you, Mike. You're the best." Yeah.
Nobody in history of board games ever said that.
Everybody says that. My only gripe with the game is that it's starting to feel, because we played it quite a bit, it's starting to feel like I'm doing the same thing sometimes. Like I feel like I'm implementing the same strategy. And I feel like there's a lot of games where I fall into this rut. And perhaps it's my fault, but I feel like when I win a few times with a certain strategy, as much as I want to avoid it, I just end up doing it again.
Yeah. I think that's the problem I think we all face with board games, right? Like that's why we have such a big collection.
That's why we try to stress so much about variability. So much variability.
And replayability.
Yeah, there is variability in Carnegie. But there are times when I'm just like, okay, I want to make sure I get all the links. Okay, I buy the same buildings over and over again. Oh, I need to make sure I get 1 meeple per
I think this income. Is where an expansion could do the game wonders.
That's true.
And I feel like this is also where character abilities, character boards, that kind of stuff can also really enhance the play of the game. Again, like every level of complexity of variability you add to it, there is like a cap, right? If you add too much, it's too much, and you won't be able to enjoy the game. Plus, if you add too little, you go through them, and it's like, what's the point of adding?
Yeah, but sometimes too, like with variable player powers, it's like it's a double-edged sword because if you do it well, it's perfect. It encourages variability, but if you do it poorly, it pushes a person too much into a direction. It says, okay, now you have this dude who's really good at building buildings. You just do that. Don't do anything else. Build the buildings. Then it's irritating. Yeah. It's a fine line that designers have to walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Carnegie, worth checking out for sure. Looks dry as heck. What? It does. You look at it and you're like, what is this?
Yeah, the whole train thing and the different sections. And then plus, I understand that, but it definitely it plays so well. And the little what do you call them? Those slip out tracks. They slip out of your board as you go along. It works so well.
Yeah.
It works so well. You build this amazing engine.
But if I were to introduce this to my miniature gaming friends, they would look at the game and be like, what is this? I do not want to play this. Up next, we have Castles of Mad King Ludwig, a game that I've had in my collection for quite some time. And it's a great game that is just a go-to for individuals who are fairly new to gaming. I don't like it as much as I like Suburbia, but it's simpler and it's so easy to teach. So easy to teach.
It's mid.
It's mid.
It's fun, like you said, for what it is. It's easy to teach.
Well, it's funny. Like I might actually call it mid, and yet I enjoy it. I like it.
But mid is like people look at us at insult, but it's just like mediocre, right? It's not like it's not like fabulous.
Put that on the box. Mediocre. Tabletop Turtle.
Well, it's one of those like. Okay, if you have a collection of games, like some people only want to have, like the best of the best. I'll have only the top 5 games ever made. But at the same time, you need balance.
You do.
Right? You need some kind of games where they're more,
you need like end of the night games. You have a certain amount of, it's exactly what we talked about before. Certain amount of players that you have, certain complexity you're in need of. Less
conversational and more just like, your head focus is building your stuff out. Like, you don't want to be talking nonstop for 10 hours.
The only interaction in this game is there's a component where you're the master builder, and it's basically the first player, and he puts out, or she puts out the buildings that you're building at a specific price point. And you kind of look it over at people's boards and be like, oh, I think Bob wants this. But other than that, it's strictly like head down, do your own thing.
Yeah, and it's great. It's great. You need those kind of games.
Sometimes you need those games. Yeah. Sometimes.
Cubitos,
Doritos. There's a game that I wanted to like. I was a little bored.
What?
I was kind of bored when we played it. What? It's a racing game. It's a racing game with like these cute little cubes, and you go around, and it was fine.
I feel like this is the best time to tell you guys this. You might not know this. Mike's a sore loser.
It has nothing to do with the fact that I lost.
In any game that we play when it's a racing game, you can tell who's in the lead, right? And who's like how far you're progressing. Any game he can see he's not going to win. Immediately he's like, I hate this game. Why am I playing this? This is awful. Let me sell this game.
We're going to prove her wrong in the very next game. And then everybody will laugh at you. And they'll be like, well, this is what Mike has to deal with. Doritos, it was okay. It was definitely mid. But it's something that I'm willing to give another chance to. I'll definitely give some more chances to.
I would say it's like mid +1.
It was light.
Yeah, it's light. Like I like dice games. I think that's the kind of thing why I like Doritos is
had that Warriors theme where you select the different things that you want based on their player powers.
I love that. Yeah, because there's a bunch of colored dice that's like a shared pool, and once you have enough like currency of the game, you can buy that dice.
Yeah, well, they're different dice and they have different powers. Each one's a different character essentially. So it strengthens your pool of dice to buy like Bob the Builder dice, and you go and you buy it and you roll it.
And that's so fun and so cute.
It's cool.
And the dice themselves, like for example, I don't remember what it's called, but like it's like a dog character, and then there's a little puppy face on the dice.
It's a cute game. It's a cute game. So I'm hoping
you roll the dice.
I'm hoping like this and Barrage. This is why it's really important for reviewers to play multiple games. I know a lot of reviewers. Sometimes they'll just do a review and you kind of can sense that they played it once or twice.
Yeah.
You have to give a game its due, I feel. And that's just my opinion. Everybody's different, whatever.
Well, like I think it's like anything about it. Sometimes like the first time you try it, you might not love it, or you might love it, and then your opinion changes over time. Second time you have it, third time you have it, play it, whatever it is, like
it wouldn't be fair to Cubies. Cubies the game if I just came out and was like, oh, I freaking hate it. I just hate it. No, it wouldn't be fair.
I definitely like Cubies.
Unless I do. If I play 3 more times and I'm still like bored of tears, I'm like, we'll do a review and we'll just spend the entire time shitting on Kubos. Cubos.
That's not at all.
Cubiodos. Now for a good game, Dune Imperium. Every reviewer talks about it. It's a lot of fun. It's the perfect blend of deck building and a bit of area control, and it does everything really well. The cards are always so fun.
Yeah, and I love my 75% win rate. Yeah,
I lose a lot, which is like I keep track of everything, all my scores when I play the game, where I play the game, and like just because I want to look over who I played with. Yeah, what the temperature was outside, what underwear I was wearing, all the things. But yeah, for Dune, I lose all the time, and like I have a pretty impressive, almost 55%, I think, winning percentage.
What kind of?
What?
Where did you pull that number out of?
It is. It's like 55%. It's high.
Like 25%
of all time. No,
don't give me that face.
It's like 55%, and that doesn't sound great.
Including
if I was
playing against himself.
No, I don't play solo player games. But that 55% is really impressive. If you're playing with a group of like 4 or 5 people and you're winning 55% of the time.
95% of the time you're playing 2-player games.
Or even no, I'm not. I'm just saying I'm the best. Worship me.
When do you play games without me?
Worship me. What more is there to say about Dune? You know everything about Dune. Go.
If you don't, even if you never read the book, you don't care
let's
the
talk
movies,
about the
whatever
expansion.
it is, like it's definitely worth getting the game.
Let's talk about the expansion. What do you think about? How did you feel Rise of Ix added? Right, because you had the Dreadnought portion.
It rose my Ix.
It did. It had the Dreadnought portion, and it replaced the main board where you could trade your pumpkin spice for, I don't know why we did call pumpkin spice.
He calls it pumpkin spice.
Everybody calls it pumpkin spice. You trade your pumpkin spice.
He's a basic white girl. We all know it.
For the white monies. It replaced that. It replaced that.
Yeah, he's a basic white girl who's colorblind as well.
It replaced that. What'd you think? Dreadnoughts, that board replacement. You think it add anything?
I didn't care for the pumpkin spice to money exchange. That is whatever.
It replaced the boring portion of the board anyway.
Yes.
Which is good.
The part I absolutely loved about that expansion was the ability to buy these tactiles, I guess.
The tactiles are cool.
And game changing. Absolutely game changing. I got one that was cost 8 spice. Insane. It's so expensive. Spice. But it allowed me to pay $3 or whatever that gray circle is every turn to add 4 military, I think, into the war.
The tactiles are pretty powerful. They can really
so worth
things.
it. Yeah, it makes the game a lot more fun.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it swingy, which is good. It's a well balanced expansion. I'm looking forward to trying the new one, Dune Immortality. We'll introduce that next time, I suppose.
It's right there.
Thoughts. Yeah.
You don't see it.
Just sitting there. And then we played Fantastic Factories. A game that's introduced by a friend who was like, "Hey, you like Furnace? Try Fantastic Factories."
If you don't know what the game is, keep it that way.
Really? You hate it that much? I thought it was I
don't hate it. Okay. I just think Furnace is a way better. It's way better for the mechanisms.
Yeah, there's a lot of beauty in Furnace's purism. It's a pure engine builder.
Yeah.
Whereas Fantastic Factories is kind of here's some dice, roll some dice.
Yeah, there's 2 things going for it. I think that really makes a difference. It is super cute. It looks like Lego art of some sort. It's super cute. So it's fun that way. And the dice rolling, I love dice games sometimes. So I just ask bring out the game with the most amount of dice. I just want to roll and play with dice.
But it was an okay game. Would we recommend it? No.
Yeah, it's mid
it's
-1.
Completely average. It's completely average.
No, it's mid -1.
The Fantastic Factory fans out there, sorry. Your game.
Maybe we're playing it wrong. Maybe we don't.
Nah.
I'm always open to maybe.
I know I just said we have to give multiple. Nah, we won't have to give multiple plays to this game.
If it's a very complex game, don't like it, then we give multiple plays. It's a very simple game sometimes. There are many games out there that have similar feeling and execute it better, in our opinion.
And then the next game we have is The Fox in the Forest. The Fox in the Forest. Okay, first of all, I hate trick-or-treating. I hate trick-or-treating games. I hate them.
But he loves trick-or-treating.
I like trick-or-treating. Yeah. I like trick-or-treating. I hate trick-taking games. They're boring. They're boring. And they always feel the same. The only ones that I would mildly enjoy was The Crew. I think Crew was done really well.
No, mildly enjoy. He enjoyed it so much he bought it like that.
Yeah,
right after we tried it. We played it we tried it at a board game cafe. And we really liked it.
Yeah.
I'm also not a fan of trick-taking games because they feel
But how do you feel about Fox in the Forest?
It feels like you can just get the same effect of the deck of cards. Why am I spending money buying the specific game?
But at least in Fox in the Forest had there's powers on some of the cards, some of the animals.
The but is that The Crew does it really well, and the Fox in the Forest not as well and not as complex as The Crew, I think, but it's definitely some unique parts of it.
It's interesting.
With character abilities.
I wouldn't say I love it, but it's interesting. And I'll keep it in my collection because the game costs $10. It's one of those games where like you're short on free shipping. So you're like, oh, I'm short $10. Fox in the Forest. Okay.
When we talk about how we rank games, we really try to keep in mind, like the price, the value, the type of game it is. And for a $10 card, like, I don't know, 15-minute game, worth it.
Yeah. You play it twice and have a good time, you've made your money. Yeah, it's a decent game. I do like the balance it has where you think you want to win all of the tricks, but there's sometimes like when you
greedy.
Yeah, there's an award where it says you're greedy because you won all the tricks, and basically you just go through the game purposely tanking to make the other person lose, and that's interesting. That's an interesting part.
It is interesting because like if it's only 2 players, right?
Yeah.
So it forces there to be some kind of like give and take in this relationship for you both to be like symbiotic almost.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
is very profound.
Thank you. But at the same time, it's also awful if you play someone like him. Where
I just kept losing. I was just like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make her win.
And so I had it's so hard to try to combat that. It's like
she's just greedy. She's just greedy.
I had no choice. So it just
she wants all the foxes. So the next one we have is Marrakesh, the somewhat new Feld game. We really like Castles of Burgundy. He did that game too. Yeah, which is a great game. But this game was okay. We played it, and I understand this seems redundant to say of a Feld game, but it felt like, the theme just like washed away in a second. But to the point where like, I didn't even care. I didn't even know what I was doing. Like I knew the mechanisms that I was supposed to do, but I didn't know, I forgot why I'm doing any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like even with Castles of Burgundy, there's no theme in Castles of Burgundy, but kind of like, okay, I'm building a little village or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes
it feels like it sometimes.
Some of these games, we talk about theme a lot because that's a really big deal for us and how we play and enjoy the games. These kind of games, like when you look at them, you're like, this is a lot. Okay.
Oh, there's so much crap going on. Explaining this, I would never buy this game because explaining it would be a nightmare. It'd be like, look over here. Okay, you understand that now? Now look over here. Here's this little piece. And it's all these like mini games, like turn this wheel.
But look, okay, we can't say that. It's like some games like Hadrians Wall with the mini game aspect, like super fun, super cute. Like it does it so well. With this game, it felt like, okay, so even when you see so much stuff going on, I'm like, oh, it must be so thematic, right? Because it's like, that's how you really build out a whole world. It's so...
She's new to games. She doesn't understand that Feld games are not thematic.
It's not about a specific person's type of games. It's in general, you see a big game, you're like, okay,
sure, that's
very
true.
Immersive.
Yeah.
Right? Or I expect it to be immersive. And then if it's not immersive and not very thematic, I expect the mechanisms to be so freaking rewarding.
Yeah.
That's so satisfying every time you do this thing and you get rewards for it, and that kind of builds up. But this was like neither. It's not thematic. It's the engine building part wasn't super satisfying. It was so good, but combined with the fact that it is so overwhelming at first, takes you so long to, oh, this is what I'm doing, and then
it's average. It's just an average game. It's not bad. If my buddy was like, "Hey, I really want to play this game," and he owned it, and he was like, "Let's play with me," I'd play it.
I'd say it's good, but not great.
Yeah.
It's if you don't have many games that are of that level of complexity, and you really like the aesthetics of it, maybe it's at a good sale price or something, and it's just you really want to try it for whatever reason. It's a good game, but not a great game.
No. And then for you hidden movement fans, we played Mind MGMT.
What does MGMT stand for?
I don't know.
I thought it was just management, but I just realized that.
Yeah, it is what it is. Mind management. It's just the short form of management.
First thing, really, really fun. I really enjoy these kinds of more.
I thought you don't like hidden movement games,
but I really like the role playing aspect of it. The kind of you're either the thief or something, or the spy, or the agent. Someone to go find the.
I think it's the recruiter.
Recruiter.
Yeah, I think the agent is the good guys.
I'm most confused at which side.
I got confused a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, recruiter seems like the bad guy. So you can recruit, like getting.
I don't know.
Encouraging kids to take drugs, kind of thing. But yeah, anyways, that part is really fun, and the ability to like open these new cards that the recruiters minions were trying to
basically
do.
Like not only so the recruiter goes around and he's trying to recruit X amount. I think it's 12 amount of like minions to join his group, and once he does that, he wins the game. But in addition to him moving around secretly and hidden to the agent player, you also have these minions, and the minions are open information.
That's what you used the word minions twice to describe two separate types of characters or things.
Well, I'm not writing the rule book. I can do whatever I want. He has these thugs. I don't know. He has these goons that go around the board, and they do open recruiting. So 2 cards will come up.
So the goons are also collecting minions.
Yeah, and it's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that the agents have specific powers. We only played 2 players, which I think would be my go-to. I'm not a big fan of hidden movement games when it's a group. The only one I really, really love is Fury of Dracula, which you've never played. It's a solid game. But my management, aside from Fury of Dracula, I think it's a great game. I like it better than Spectre Ops. I haven't played Sniper Elite yet. I'm looking forward to trying that sometime. I like it better than all the Chapel games by Chapel.
I think it was Foster and Maple that when we watched a review of my management, or a video they mentioned that they hadn't played Planet X as a comparison for these types of games.
I guess, because that's a deduction game.
Yeah, it's a deduction game, but in my opinion, it's so different.
Yeah.
And firstly, I love Planet X. Like, it was debating really hard whether or not it should be my top 5 games because I really love that game. But it feels so different, right? And we talk about deduction games. This is a lot more interactive, and I think that's kind of what makes this fun. A lot of deduction games can be very isolated because it's just you figuring stuff out. I do like the.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what made it different from most other hidden movement games. Typically in a hidden movement game, when you're the person trying to do the finding, you sort of go around and just kind of guess and be like, "Are you here?" and there's some fun to that. But this game provides other avenues and other actions that you can perform that aren't just guessing at a location, right? Because you can do something called a shakedown, where you can, if you have a sense of where they're recruiting, like there's certain spots on the board where they have to recruit. If you say like, "Oh, are you recruiting by the hot dog stands or whatever?" Then they have to reveal that. And so it gives you another layer that you have to sort of deduce. That's clever. That's clever. It's good to have those other things.
I think you're absolutely right in terms of deduction games and hidden movement games. Because like when I think deduction games, I think of like a lot of party games like Murdered Hong Kong.
Like social deduction?
Kind of. Yeah. Right. I hate those games. Like,
they're a little boring.
To the very like core of me, I hate those games. I like some party games, but those kinds I hate because it's just guessing. And like funny enough, I do like Secret Hitler, but most of them I don't like them that much. It's boring.
Yeah. And the art in this game is fantastic. I love when any board game looks not like other board games. In this game, it is beautiful. It's beautiful.
The box is ginormous.
The box is ginormous, but I think that we bought a friend's copy. We played it for quite a bit. I think he has the Kickstarter box, so it's just huge. It's got big wooden figures in it.
Yeah. I did like that they have all these card decks to expand the game.
The shift system. What a cool idea.
Yeah.
Like I hate legacy games. I don't hate legacy games. I don't have much interest in playing the same game over and over and over and over and over again. And I've played Gloomhaven with friends before, and it was fun for a while, but if we only played once a month, you just forgot a bunch of stuff, and then it becomes boring.
Yeah.
But with this, it's sort of like, the agent has lost. Okay, we'll try this little pack, and maybe in the pack will be, I don't know, a new character or something.
Some kind of bonuses.
Yeah, right? It'll be like some sort of bonus. That's cool. It's cool.
It allows the game to continue, but you can also start afresh. So that's an option there for you, and I think it enhances it so much.
And once you open them all up, there's infinite variability. It's sort of like Anachrony and like all those games that have like modules where you sort of select them at the beginning of the game. Like, oh, I'm going to include this portion this time. I'm going to include this. And my management has that, and it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely worth checking out. And then next we have Mosaic, Story of Civilization, which is going to be my pick for best game of the month. Best new game to me of the month, I think. Yeah. I played it and I was like, this is good. And then after the next day, I started thinking about like, oh, I should have did this thing. I should have did this thing. And then I was like, oh, no, wait, I really like it.
I am shook.
Why?
Because I remember the night that we played the game for the first time and then we left and we were both like, it's good. But 30 Ages is better. It's a civ building game.
Well, they're totally different. And like this one takes like less than 2 hours.
Yeah, but like that was kind of the vibe I got. It was like, it's a civ building game.
Kind of.
With kind of cool mechanisms. Some parts I really, really enjoyed. But like, is it as good as 30 Ages? I don't know. But yeah, I'm very surprised that it's a favorite game of the month.
Yeah, favorite new game for sure, I think. Yeah, it was just, I really liked it. I really liked all the cards that come out. There were so many cards.
And you like that?
Yeah, because they were all cool and they offer all these different abilities. It never felt like, if somebody took a card that I wanted, I was like, oh, okay, I'll take this card. This card's awesome. I will say, though, that it did feel, take this with a grain of salt because we only played it once, but it did feel like there were certain cards that were like significantly better than other cards. So
I don't mind that. I kind of like when there's like variability in the decks too. Not
sure,
not
but
every
like
card is even.
yeah, some were like way better, but it was a lot of fun. I have other quibbles. I don't like you put your soldiers down on the map, and I'm fine with what the soldiers do. It's not what I would expect soldiers to do, which is attacking things. But for the soldiers, they just act as an area control thing.
Yeah.
But I don't like that you put them in the water. There's nowhere to put the soldiers.
I feel like it's supposed to go on the map or something.
They don't. They go in the water.
But it feels like it should
You
be.
think. Yeah.
It's fun. It's definitely very, very fun. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed a lot of the, I don't know what you call it, like a set collection for the different resources. And then once you have certain resources, you can do like
there's a bunch of objectives. Like you've never seen so many public objectives in a board game before. Just this giant row of like get 5 of these symbols, get 10 of these symbols. But it's cool because like you kind of gun towards them. In the game that we played, I just gunned towards every single one, and I just left everybody in the dust.
So, again, back to what I said earlier about games Mike hates and loves, he won the game by a lot.
55%, y'all.
Does he like this game?
I see. Yeah, but I like Dune. I lose a lot of Dune. So, she's wrong. She's always wrong. Next game, classic, Small World. Been in my collection for forever since the day it came out. This is the first. Okay, well, you should talk about it mostly because this is the first time
I thought you were going to say since the day you were born.
Since the day I was born. I was a Days of Wonder fan. I was purchasing in my mother's womb, in utero, purchasing board games.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Your mom watches this.
What do you think about Small World?
I really liked it. That's the one where I was the skeleton?
Yeah, I think, you selected skeletons. You kind of stuck with them.
They were so good.
They were good.
The combination.
Did you win?
No, we got the exact same score.
Who won,
Tina.
Oh, lame. I hate the game.
Fun fact about us, a lot of games we play, like we play with 2 other friends. One person got some 90-something, someone else got 70-something, and we both got exactly 83.
Yeah, we get the same score a lot.
In a lot of games.
Yeah. What did you do in the game?
Like I said, I really enjoyed it. It wasn't what I expected it to be from the box. I don't know what I was expecting, but when I heard Small World and saw the characters, this is not the game I was expecting to play.
No, I guess it looks a little cute, I suppose, but you don't expect it to be what it is, which is sort of like a knife fight in a phone booth. You know what I mean? Like a very.
That's an interesting comparison.
Because the map's super small and you're just like just beating on people like it's quick. Next up, Tzolk'in, the Mayan calendar.
Which is a Tzolk'in.
Tzolk'in? Tzolk'in. I think it's Tzolk'in. Yeah. Yeah. It was a good game. It's a good game. I don't know if it's holding up as well as it once did when I first bought it. There was something about those gears, which I don't want to say it feels gimmicky now. I still want it in my collection. I still like it. But it's not something I would bust out regularly. Maybe like a once a year thing.
You have to show them how you painted the wheel. Our copy of the game looks so much better than the stock copies that you get.
Yeah, so I think the game it was still enjoyable. It's something that I'll keep in my collection for a bit longer. The day might come where I play it again and it just falls flat. But for now, the person we introduced it to, he enjoyed it too. So
I think it's still very cool. At least the mechanism of the gears. I think that's its best feature.
Yeah. And
I think that it's still you're probably right. It's not like it didn't hold up the best over time, but still very fun.
Yep.
I really enjoyed it.
And then up next, Underwater Cities. Underwater Cities is a neat one because it's one that I was introduced to by a buddy and we played 3 players and I did not like it at all. And then
before me?
Yeah. And then for some reason I decided out of the blue, just like, I wonder what it plays 2 players. And I just bought it. I bought it with the expansion and I was like, this is much better. What do you think of Underwater Cities?
Let's be honest here. It's not the player count. It's just me. Playing with me just made it a lot more enjoyable.
I think it's just a really good 2-player. It's a solid 2-player.
It's not a very, very complex game by any means.
No, but it's a cleverly done game. And I like the mechanics of your action selection when you play. You have to play a corresponding card to match. No, you don't have to to match the color where we want to place your worker. And if you do so, you get the bonus on the card that you've played and where your worker is played. And that's cool. Underwater Cities. Solid.
Highly recommend this two-player game.
Under the sea. Little Mermaid.
I know. I thought you were gonna do the whole accent thing.
Nah, that's all I know. What is he, Cajun? Like, is he French? What is he? He's French, isn't he? Oh, yeah. Or is it the candlestick from Beauty and the Beast? Are they both French? No, he's Jamaican. He's Jamaican. Isn't he?
Comment below.
I think he's Jamaican.
Where he's from.
I think he's Jamaican. Under the sea. That's the only words I know. Don't sue us, Disney. Oh, wait, and up next we have Viceroy, a game I've had for a very long time. A game that I hadn't played since, I think, 5 years. And I was like, okay, I'm going to bust it out. Let's play. And it just went off like a lead balloon. It showed its age. Wasn't fun. I don't know. What'd you think?
I think we're posting on Facebook Marketplace tomorrow.
I don't know if I'd sell it. I don't know. We'll give it another shot someday. Maybe in a couple years. Maybe in 5 more years.
But stay tuned for our video in 5 years. And
our guest didn't really like it either, I don't think.
No, I didn't really enjoy it.
The premise of the game, it's very abstract. Oh, I'll say this about the game, though. Like, there's a bunch of cards in the game. Tons of cards. And each one has a unique illustration. For a game that's just an abstract strategy game where the theme means nothing, that's pretty impressive.
The art did not impress me.
Anyway.
It was cool. Like it felt like they hired a bunch of different artists. So a lot of them were different styles.
Yeah, that's true.
Some were very animated, some were realistic art. But again, like you said, we judge games strongly on theme, replayability, variability, like player interaction or things like that. And there is no category where I'm like, oh yeah, I really like this. Nothing. No. There's nothing, but I'm like, love this.
You build this little pyramid of cards. You try to match these little circles, and you get gems, and you use the gems to auction. The gems
aren't even rewarding. Like,
yeah,
none of the little, as he called it, like dopamine hits were hit worthy. They didn't feel good. Yeah.
I think I gave it a 6.5. I think now it might have sunk to like a 4.
Yeah, I'm at a 4 for it.
And then finally we have Wayfarers, which...
ending on a high note.
Yeah. Well, it's a weird note to end on because we're not going to talk that much about it because if you want to see our opinion on it, you can watch the review. It's here. Ka-chow! Perfectly framed. Editing skills.
The TLDR, though, watch the review. We love it.
Good old Shemmy boy. Always delivering them hits.
We did a whole bunch of reviews on Shem for those games.
Did.
And
I don't know why, but we did.
We just like the games.
Yeah. Wayfarers is really cool.
Yeah, we basically had a whole Renegade week.
Yeah. Where's our money, Renegade? Give us our money.
And we're not sponsored. We just
give us money.
The games.
No. Yeah. No, it was just coincidence, I think. Yeah, because Hadrian's Wall was Renegade. Wasn't there something else that was Renegade? We're like, oh, that's Renegade game. I don't remember what it was. Was it Fox in the Forest? It was Fox in the Forest. That's also Renegade. Yeah. It's for a Renegade month.
It sounds so biased. Like every game from them, we love.
We need to find some. No, that's not true. I don't like. There's a few other games that he's done. Architects of the West Kingdom. I do not like.
Really?
And Viscounts of the West Kingdom. Paladins is the superior one in that trilogy. He does these things where he likes to release trilogies of games.
I like that. I think that's kind of cool.
You do? Well, you haven't played the other two. It's Paladins, and then there's two other ones. And then there's Wayfarers, and this is a new trilogy. It's going to be Wayfarers, Scholars, and I don't remember. There's another one. I guess we could try the other ones. We'll do all of them. We'll do a back-to-back playthrough. It'll be 24 hours.
Of all 6 games?
No, there's more, because he has a Viking trilogy. It's like Traders of the North Sea, and those ones I don't really like those ones either. But apparently some of the expansions make them better. But we'll play.
Let us know below which of those games we should do a review on or play.
Like 9 of them.
Yeah, back-to-back 9-game playthrough.
So that's it. That's the month of
May.
Is it May?
Yes.
Yay! Next month is Canada Day. This month was pretty good. I wish we would have played more games, but we just started our channel. You see, we're here.
I'm concerned.
And so we had less time. What?
When is Canada Day?
Next month.
No, it's in July.
What's this? In 2 months, Canada Day. I don't know. We went to the dollar store and there was Canada shit everywhere. Canada Day.
We live in Canada, in case you cannot tell.
But yeah, so that's about it. That's what we played this month. Hopefully we play more games next month. But this month was kind of eaten up by trying to figure out a balance with our recording and this new YouTube channel. We're still new, so we're trying to figure that all out. And unfortunately, we sacrificed, I think, playing more games than we would.
I would say if we didn't do any videos, we might have played at least 10 or so, at least 10 or so more games.
We'll find the right balance.
Yeah.
This is our monthly review. Let us know if this is something you like or if this is a giant waste of time. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to see what we play every single month and kind of, give our highlights of the month, like the best game, the best new games that we discovered that month, let us know.
Absolutely. And join us at our next adventure. Tune in next week. Under the sea, something under the weather. Take it from me. I think he's French. No, he's Jamaican. Bye. Bye. Oh, wait.
What?
We forgot your favorite game of the month. What was it? Favorite new game? What was your top pick?
My favorite
Kim's pick.
Favorite new game that I tried this month? Hadrians Wall.
Yeah.
I'd say I feel that strongly about it. I want to say it's something else, because I feel like, maybe it's too light, too simple. Is a roll and write game really going to be my favorite new game of the month?
Hadrian's Wall.
Yeah.
Renegade Game Shell. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Under the sea.